Hey guys, hello family, what's good? God is good. Welcome to yet another episode right here on Gospel Workshop, and I'm your host. I go by the name of Santos. So what are we looking at today? Today we are looking at the difference between joyous celebration and spirit of praise. These are the two top gospel groups in South Africa, if you ask me. So we want to break it down. There's been a lot of debate going on over the streams of social media. So we had a look at it and we said, let us just settle the debate once and for all. So tune in with us as we embark in this difficult journey. In the meantime, if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe. If you've been with us, thank you so much for your continued support. May the Lord Jesus Christ bless you. Also, make sure you like the video. Leave a comment below. Let us know what you think about this video. Let us know what you think about these comparisons. Now, we cannot speak about South African gospel if we don't talk about joyous celebration and spirit of praise. Now, what's happening exactly? Okay, let's have a look at joyous celebration. Joyous Celebration is a group that was founded by these three greats, or let me just say gospel giants in South Africa, which is Ubaba Lindelani Mkhize, Ubaba Jabu Hlongwane, and as well as Mthunzi Namba. These are the guys who sat down, came together with this idea and said, let us form a group, because there was kind of a gap in the gospel industry, and they sat down, figured it out that let us cover that gap, and that's when they formed this big group as it is right now. And they had their only first DVD recording, or let me just say their live DVD recording, in 1996. That's like the mid 90s, about 2 years later, after the apartheid era, or after the apartheid era. Now, the reason why they call it joyous celebration, as they say, Ubaba Lindelani Mkhize on Radio 2000, he said the reason why they call it joyous celebration was because now the apartheid regime was over, and now South Africa has regained freedom again. So they kind of were celebrating the freedom in a joyous way, and then they had to call it joyous celebration, which it makes sense if you ask me. Now, what can we say about joyous celebration that seems to give them the standout? Well, let's look at joyous celebration. The number of artists that they have produced, the number of artists that they have worked with. They not only work with the best, but they have also produced the best. Now, let's have a look at Joyous Celebration 1. There's a song that they did. I think that's what gave them the platform. It made them to be all over, the internet, and breaking the internet with, a song that was big in the whole of South Africa, which was the song Ndabe Negude. You know it. So they had that song on their first DVD recording, and it's been going for so many years, and it's still standing as we speak. Now, they did not only produce the best, but they've also worked with the best. Talking of the likes of Babu Sipho Makabane, the likes of the late Vuyo Mukwena, the likes of you can mention TK Zama, the list goes on. Now, not only did they work with these great guys, but they've also produced the stars. Ubaba Lindelani Mkhize said, I always dreamt of becoming a star, but I realized I cannot become the star that I ought to be, and therefore I figured I can still multiply and produce more stars out of the gift that I have, which is conducting, directing, and sporting, talent. And that's what he did, going all the way, recruiting youngsters, bringing them forward, giving them a platform. And then that's kind of a major contribution in the gospel industry in South Africa. And then Ubaba Lindelani Mkhize produced, or let me just say, scouted and introduced to us big names such as Dogozo Mbambo, Colin Nwango. You can speak of the likes of Mahala Buchanan. The list goes on. If I were to mention a few, Spunowa as well. So all these guys were part of Joyous Celebration. Some of them are still part of Joyous Celebration. So it's more like one of the longest standing groups in South Africa, because it was formed in they had their first recording in 1996, and they went all the way to record their 28th DVD recording, which is like 28 years in the making and in the gospel industry, and still breaking records. There have been, to multiple stages, not only in South Africa. They've been to Africa, they've been outside Africa, graced the stages in America, all the way to Europe. And now you cannot really write that off, because they did not only grace the stages in our eyes, but they've also behind the scenes made numerous, records. Now you can talk of the number of awards that they have won. They've achieved and won awards not only in South Africa but even outside South Africa. Now that tells you how much influence they have in the music industry worldwide. Now they have achieved major achievements. Now they have won the Metros. Joyous Celebration has also won, the Crown Gospel Awards. They've won the Sambos. So they've been like collecting anything that gets in their way. So to all those years, they did not really just come to play, but they've also contributed towards growing music in South Africa, because as we speak, they have changed the sound in the South African, gospel space. They've given us something different, something jazzy. Sometimes they give us something choiral, sometimes they give us something orchestral, and a bit of classics. So I think whatever contribution Joyous Celebration have made in the gospel scenes in South Africa does not go into vain. Now, on the other hand, we are looking at Spirit of Praise. Now, Spirit of Praise, there's been a lot of talks that Spirit of Praise was formed and the founder of Spirit of Praise is Keke. Well, yes, I also think so as well, up until we came down to have a look at these comparisons. Well, when we were doing our digging, we found that Keke is not really the founder of Spirit of Praise. Now the big question is, who's the founder of Spirit of Praise? Okay, Spirit of Praise is a group that was formed by Spirit Group Music. Yeah, so they formed the Spirit of Praise. So it's more like a recording label forming a group within the recording label. I hope it makes sense. Now, what happened? Why? And how come did people end up assuming Keke is the one who founded Spirit of Praise? Reasons are that Spirit of Praise, or let me just say, Spirit Group Music is using artists within their own recording label to push Spirit of Praise. So when they formed Spirit of Praise, Keke was still under Spirit Music. So he was one of the most renowned, recognized, and he was on his prime back then when Spirit of Praise was introduced. So he was given the platform to lead Spirit of Praise. And then later on, he then decided to walk away. Now, Spirit of Praise did not die, because remember, he walks away, he's not the founder. Now, Spirit Group Music still remains in, position of Spirit of Praise. Now they are bringing in artists to work with them. That's when now we saw the likes of Babu Sol Mahlangu, we saw the likes of Fuzaza, and as well as Babu Benjamin Dube. Now all these guys are not really the founders of Spirit of Praise, but they are within this movement, Spirit Group Music. So that's why we find them working with Spirit of Praise. So now Spirit of Praise was formed by Spirit Group Music, bottom line. And now, when was Spirit of Praise formed? Alright, Spirit of Praise had their first recording in 2008 when they made, when they broke into the scenes. They made, headlines, they broke records as well. Spirit of Praise worked with so many big and known artists in South Africa. You can name them. Just to name a few, they've worked with the likes of Sol Mahlangu, as I've said it before. They've worked with obviously about Benjamin Dube, Omega, Neizimu, Dumim Kokstad, Dr. Tumi, Babu Sipongwenya. The list goes on. If you want to mention artists that have worked with Spirit of Praise, then we may have to go on the whole day. Now, Spirit of Praise, what makes Spirit of Praise different from Joyous Celebration? Well, let's look at Joyous Celebration. Joyous Celebration, mostly their artists are like artists who haven't really made a very big impact in the music scene. Spirit of Praise, lately they've been working with top artists in the music scene, or let me just say in the gospel space in South Africa. So now this gives us the two differences. Joyous Celebration goes down, dig deep, and then Spirit of Praise, well, they only work with established artists. They also do auditions, they also recruit, they also scout, but their main focus is to work with artists who have the charisma already, so that makes it easier for them to work with such artists who comes with a fan base. I hope you understand that. Now, Spirit of Praise have recorded about 10 albums, if you may count, because they had Spirit of Praise 1 up until Spirit of Praise 10, which was released in 2024. Now, Spirit of Praise have also produced the stars. Not only do they only work with commercial artists, but they also produce stars. You can also talk of Tapelo. Tapelo later went on to win the Idols, South African Idols. So he's a product of Spirit of Praise, was recruited during auditions and then was scouted and then absorbed by Spirit of Praise, groomed him, made him, not really made him who he is, but also contributed to who he is. And man, if you ask us, this is the difference that we can bring between these two groups. But the bottom line is these two groups are the biggest groups in South Africa, gospel groups in South Africa, by the way. Don't forget that line. And not only in South Africa, even outside South Africa. Now, Spirit of Praise achievements, they've won major awards as well. You cannot speak of, awards and don't mention Spirit of Praise as one of the most resurfacing groups in the gospel or in the awards ceremonies. Spirit of Praise have won, the Summers as well. They've won the Metros. They've won also the Crown Gospel Awards, and as well as, the One Gospel Awards. They have both impacted South Africa positively. And right here on Gospel Workshop, we only had to come to say we acknowledge their efforts. And man, if you say who's best between the two, we cannot really tell you who's best, because if you look at their long-standing records, both have a large number of followers on social media, not only on YouTube, but they also making huge sales on Spotify and iTunes. Now, this gives you an idea of how impactful these guys are in the gospel space. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all that we can present about Spirit of Praise and Joyous Celebration. The bottom line is these guys are top notch. In the meantime, if you've just joined us, we were talking about Spirit of Praise and Joyous Celebration as to what gives contrast and what makes these guys differ and what makes these guys, come to a common ground. And we've covered it. You can simply visit our channel and follow all the video links. You'll find this video and listen to it. Also, after listening, don't just stand there and be in awe. Make sure you like, leave a comment, tell us what you think about the video, and don't forget to subscribe. And everybody who's been with us, thank you for your continued support. And from me, Santos, right here on Gospel Workshop, we are out. See you on the next episode.